What is up, guys, and welcome. It's Inferno here talking about Dirty Bomb with the new fine-tuning update for January. It was a pretty beefy fine-tuning patch. We got a ton of bug fixes, which is always good. We got some visual improvements, some interface stuff, and a lot of balance changes, as well as some debuting prototype blockout maps. So let's begin with the patch notes. Then I'll go in-game and check out the new objective map and the new execution map. So Dome has been revisited in terms of the graphics department. Got some new lighting, which definitely looks a lot more, a lot less vibrant, but a lot more brighter. And the skybox isn't completely just like so bright, and I see a little bit of blue there. So I'll go into game and check that out. But they made the time of day early evening, so the colors stand out. It looks a lot better in my opinion. So we'll go into game and see if it is. Got some more visual designs, basically just showing, LBs over here and adding more personality to the textures of the map, which is always welcome. Got some jackal signs, got some arrows pointing that way, but more importantly, we have some gameplay changes to Dome. Now, it says to direct the flow of the map and make it more balanced for jackal attackers. These changes have also been made. The first objective has been reduced from 2 deliverables to 1, reducing CDA bias and allowing the rest of the map to be played in the majority of matches. That is actually a great thing because, you have to deliver 2 of them. You probably only get 1 in, and then you can't get the second one in. So that definitely will be different. I'll see if that actually makes a better change. And then we have both Jackal and CDA spawns have been moved forward to reduce travel time. So I guess Jackal and CDA can get to the objective faster. Third point we have is to help prevent spawn camping, a third route has been added to allow Jackal more safety in moving out towards the first objective. Adding a third route will definitely be great for this map because it's so big, and having a bunch of routes, that will definitely change things up. Fourth point we have sewers are friendlier. Arrow graffiti on the grates above indicate the direction they travel, and a dead end has been shut off to avoid confusion. So yeah, most of the time you kind of just like never see people going into these sewers, and I use them a lot. They're very great for like, going under the enemy and just kind of flanking them in a way. But, there hasn't been much indication of which way to go, and that's definitely a great small thing to add to just kind of like not confuse everyone. So awesome. And the last point we have is some redundant areas have been removed entirely and less used ones have been made more accessible. So that definitely will get people to use more different ways to get across the map, and that's definitely welcome. So moving on, we have the prototype maps. Now we have Dockyard, which is our new 2-stage objective map, and Gallery, our new execution map. So these maps will be, from what they say in this patch notes, there will be a weekend this weekend. So that's pretty awesome, Friday to Thursday. So that's definitely really cool. You get to check out the maps in blockout stage and definitely add in some feedback. Dockyard's looking pretty awesome, and of course Gallery is too. There'll be some gameplay on screen of both Dockyard and Gallery. I am looking forward to mostly Dockyard because it's looking like an awesome place. Once it gets textured and everything else, it could look amazing. So we'll see how that actually goes. Now, cool thing about Dockyard is that they actually added some lore into it. The Zeppelin that you capture at the end of the Dome objective map crashes onto Dockyard, and you see it burning. So once that gets fully textured and everything else, that will be pretty awesome to see. And Gallery looking pretty cool as well. Adding a third execution map will definitely be welcome. So that's looking pretty great. I think Gallery looks like it could be more tight and could add for more tight and close-up battles and stuff like that. Would be pretty awesome. So there has been some balance changes as well, a bunch of them actually, and some really big ones in terms of sparks, which I do use as my main medic. So starting off with the first one, we have reworked how jumping impacts bullet spread. Now Pixel Twitch has made a pretty detailed video showing off some bug that made the bullet spread insane when jumping and doing various stuff like aiming down sight and jumping and stuff like that. So that has been fixed and should be a lot better, because I've been wondering why I've been missing so many shots as Kira, because I use Kira and I jump a lot with her. So other stuff like iron sighting during jumping no longer causes the weapon to maintain high spread when landing, or revert the maximum spread when exiting iron sight. So that's definitely awesome, just fixing that bug right there, or just, you know, making it less annoying. We have one augment change, which is for ice cold, you know, fixing that, because it was, you know, using the incorrect time, making it a bit overpowered. Then, of course, the long-awaited sparks change. Now, personally, I'm not too good with the reviver, just getting kills. You know, I mostly use sparks as a passive medic, but, you know, her fall-off damage to her reviver has been nerfed drastically, meaning that the farther they are, the less damage it does, and that means that she cannot basically out-snipe Vasily in long range and just insta-kill him before, you know, he kills her, which I have managed to pull off quite a few times, which is a bit kind of overpowered. You know, she was definitely kind of just a bit too much, so just like adding damage fall off to her reviver definitely makes it a bit more bearable, and a lot more bearable actually. So yeah, moving on to the shotguns, we have a bit of similar changes to the sparks one, adding fall off damage to the shotguns, all of them. It varied between each shotgun to keep them from being too similar, but, you know, as distance goes on, you kind of lose damage in between, you know, distance. So shotguns aren't complete just lasers at long distances, so that's pretty great. A great way to, like, start with the balancing of shotguns, but shotguns have been a pretty touchy topic with how they actually operate, making them less OP for new players, but a lot more better for, well, a lot bearable for experienced players. So they have a new image basically showing off how damage fall off actually works, saying damage fall off is controlled by 3 different variables. These are minimum range, maximum range, and minimum damage. So I will show that on screen. Basically, it has the basic damage up close, and then as you go farther back, you start to lose damage till you reach your minimum, and that's basically a great way to start with the balancing of weapons. So looking forward to checking that out in game. I don't personally use shotguns because I can't really aim with them, so it doesn't really affect me, but going up against shotgun users will definitely help me out, because those pesky proxies and auras and Fletchers running around is a bit, you know, different. Okay, so I'm going to pick out some stuff that I find very interesting, because I don't want to go through all of these changes, but we have playing in ranked matches now rewards a 50% bonus to credits earned. That is definitely a new incentive to getting people to play ranked, and giving an extra bonus to credits is definitely a great start to incentives. But moving on to the UI changes, we have mostly the most important one I see is definitely like added quick open case and quick open all cases. So instead of just opening your cases one by one and watching the legs go by, you can definitely go ahead and just open all of these at once, which is definitely really awesome for those who just want to hope and dream for that Cobalt card or even that event card. So yeah, more stuff we have is basically a bunch of small UI changes that are definitely welcome. Moving to audio, we have some improvements to the audio as well as some additions to audio, like, you know, for Sparks, she has some successful revive lines added. We have some medic en route, like whenever you have your defib and your reviver out, they will yell that out, so that definitely people won't be spamming the request for medic all the time. So definitely some nice new additions to audio. And then we have a ton of bug fixes, which is definitely really awesome. I'm glad they're actually putting some time into fixing all these bugs in the game. I'm actually proud of them for all these bug fixes. So you guys can go ahead and check the patch notes out in the description box below. Overall, this was a pretty great fine-tuning. Definitely fixed a lot of stuff, explained a lot of stuff, and added a bunch of awesome stuff. So definitely pretty awesome fine-tuning, and that's pretty much it for me. Thank you guys for watching so much, and I will catch you guys in-game. Take care, everyone.